I've got a microphone. Woo, I'm electronic or something. I'm going to take off. We're ready? Okay, good morning everyone. How are you all feeling?
Great.
Great.
Wonderful.
That's not very good. How are you all feeling? Because I'm going to be talking on being your best self, being holistically well, mind, body and spirit. Does that interest you?
Yes.
So who woke up this morning, bounced out of bed, so happy to be alive, so grateful for everything in their lives and felt amazing? Hands up. Good, that's fantastic. And who suffers from jet lag and feels that they don't feel well enough and walks around like this in the morning? Anybody here? No, Angela, no. So you're all in the right space with me. I'm really happy to talk about this because this is something that really interests me. From being a little girl, I have believed in the pattern and the belonging of health. And you can't be healthy without eating well, without exercising your body and having healthy thoughts. Do you agree with me? Yes? So that's the holistic part. It's the combination of the mind, the body and the spirit. So if it's okay with you, can I just tell you a little bit why I've chosen this subject or been chosen for this subject? Is that okay?
Sure.
So you can probably hear I've got a very English accent. I'm from London and I live in Australia now. But I've lived in 18 different countries around the world. So I'm a gypsy at heart. My soul is a gypsy and I love India. I'm really happy to be here. I really love it. But when I was a little girl, I had a huge, huge dream. Has anybody else had a big dream when they were little? Did you live your dream? Yes? Yes? Everybody lived their dream? What were they? Let me hear. What were your dreams? Tell me something. What did you want to be? Yeah. What was your dream? You wanted to write? And have you written a book? Fantastic. Lovely. So you're good at manifesting your dreams. Now, why I love doing this, because I'm in India, where people manifest things. You have a dream, and this is a dream. This is a dream come true, what's happening here. When I think of the first time I came to India was 40 years ago.
Oh.
Very old.
I think you've been there.
But it was a different India. It was very different for women. And I was so excited today to hear this. And the women are rising. And that's so exciting. It's so beautiful and so wonderful. And they are shining. You are all shining so brightly. So hold tight to your dreams. Really hold tight onto those dreams. Let nobody ever steal them. So shall I tell you what my dream was? So it was lovely having that beautiful dancer this morning. She was 10 years old. Go back to when I was 3, long time ago. I was always dancing everywhere and I wanted to be a ballerina. To be honest, I didn't know what a ballerina was because we lived in the country and my family were against anything about ballerinas or acting or film or any of those things. So my whole family thought I was quite a crazy little girl, but I was always, always dancing. And the great thing was everybody knew that I was a dancer. I knew I was a dancer. I thought I was a ballerina. I actually didn't know what a ballerina actually looked like, but I drew pictures of what I thought ballerinas were. And I danced everywhere. And I had this huge dream. And when I was 10 years old, I was sitting at the breakfast table with my mother and my father and my little brother. And there was a knock on the door. And our neighbour came and she put in a newspaper cutting that was for auditions at a ballet school in London. I remember I lived in the country a long way away from London. They opened up the newspaper. I can see my mother now. She opened it up and she said, oh, they're having auditions in London for a very famous ballet school. If you're between 9 years old and 11 years old, you can go. So I felt, you know, that feeling when you get so excited. It's like you've swallowed a rainbow. You know, it's just, oh, everything's so amazing. And I looked at my mother and father and they said, let's take her because then she'll realize she's no good. That's my parents. Yeah. They didn't approve of dancing. They didn't believe in it. They wanted me to be a doctor, which is ridiculous because I'm really scared of blood. I stood this day, I don't like it. It was not for me. I would have passed out every time I went into a hospital. So, long story short, I went to London. I did the audition. I won a scholarship to the ballet school when I was 10 years old. And by the time I was 15, I had my first job in Paris with a ballet company, and I started dancing around the world. So dreams do come true. So particularly for the young girls, hold on to your dreams. Never let anybody steal them. That's my message to all of you today. So it's my absolute pleasure to introduce to you someone very special who also had an extraordinary big dream. Her dream is amazing. I've only just met her. She has the most beautiful energy. I love her already. She's amazing. And I'm going to introduce her to all of you. Her name is JR, because I can't pronounce her name correctly. And she's going to come and tell you her story. JR, please come.